Well, hello and welcome back to the Red Rage Gaming Crew channel. My name is Dan and today we are going to pimp your Dualsense battery. As I was walking around the internet, I checked this thing out on Amazon. It's a 2600... Wait a minute. Let's get rid of this Christmas stuff. This thing is over. It's a 2600 milliamp hours battery for your Dualsense. All you need is a Dualsense controller for the PS5 and this package. It comes with what? Satisfaction guaranteed YouTube tutorial. No. I will do this better. Let me just open this and let's see what's inside. There's a Prying, there's a battery, there's a screwdriver and some screws, and there are some funny little things to... I don't know if this is worth the money, but the battery definitely is. So let's go on and try this with my iFixit kit. Everything that you see in this video is linked below, so you can upgrade your own controller if you want to. So let's open the controller to exchange the battery. You just have to pry this thing open. First step is the left side on the black bar, then the second step would be the right side on the black bar, and then you need to carefully detach this black bar from the controller itself. Let me get us here. Yep, this thing is new, so it takes a little bit. But don't worry, I kept the video as short as possible for your valuable time. Yep, and now it's off. We just need to pull a little bit gently. And after this we fully disassemble it. No, we don't. We just need to unscrew 4 more screws, and they are located on the right and left handle and below the R1 and L1 buttons. But be careful because they tend to fly away very easily. That's one reason why I needed to cut this video, because I have to search for an R1 button for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. So here we are. I already detached the R1 and L1 buttons, and here you can see the screws beneath the buttons. We need to unscrew them. Let me get this screwdriver here and let's get started. And while I'm screwing around, yes, pun intended, for everyone that has the question, is it worth it upgrading your Dualsense controller while on warranty? Let me tell you something, if you are careful enough, yes, it is. You get around 66% battery life improvement, that's around about 8 to 10 hours of gaming, and yes, it's more than doubling your battery life of the Dualsense controller, so yes, it's totally worth it. So we now need to pry this thing open after getting rid of all the 4 screws. But be careful, there's one position that I overlooked at first sight. I will get to that later. First we need to open up the sides. It can be a little bit tricky if it's a new controller because it's just attached so firmly. So let me get this pry. Yeah, pry. Yeah. Why don't you want to separate? Yeah. And now we have it. It lost. And we opened it. And nothing broke. That's a good sign. And here are 2 little hinges you need to open. Because if you don't, it won't open. Yeah. So here we have it. That's all we want. That's the original battery. We just need to unplug it, insert the new one, plug in the new one, and right over here you see the close-up of the battery and also the battery cable that we need to remove carefully. It's just a little plug connection, so there's no need for soldering or tinkering or anything. We just need to unplug this thing carefully and insert the new battery and just plug it in. It's that easy. Because it's only clipped in, you can easily remove it out of this case. And then next step is we need to remove the battery cable. So there's no magic involved, it's just easily swapping out the battery. And funny thing is, my DualSense controller stayed connected to my PS5 even though I exchanged the battery, and it was around about 15 minutes without any battery. It just remembered the connection. And that's a good thing. So this is our maximized 2600 milliamp hours battery. We just plug it in right here. If you want to do this yourself, I will link everything that I used in the video down below in the description. The iFixit screwdriver toolkit, the battery for exchange, and the DualSense controller if you need a spare one. So let me just make sure that the cable fits neat and tidy. It's a small 3-pin connection and it works perfectly. Also note the battery is not that much larger or heavier than the original one, so there's pretty much room in this controller. Maybe there will be a bigger battery in a year or two. I don't know. It should be fitting. Ooh, this one looks nice. Yes. So the only thing left to do is get this controller back together and test it. So we just need to reassemble the whole casing. Just start at the R2 and L2 buttons. Yep, like this. And just press it together and screw, redo all the 4 screws so this thing doesn't fall apart while you're gaming hard on Apex or, I don't know, Gran Turismo 7. So let me just speed this up here. Ah, I hate it. Fun fact at the side, or just a little side note, getting this thing together was harder than pulling it apart. Mostly because of the small screws and all the small openings where they could fall into the controller. So make sure you have a safe grip on the screw so you don't screw it. Yes, we are almost finished. After this step, you only have to reassemble the R1 and R2 buttons. Just click them in, straight into the opening. And after this, you only have to reattach the black bar at the bottom of the controller. But I made a mistake there and I will show it to you so you don't have to. Let's go on to the black bar, and I thought it should be clipping in left and right of the touch pad, but this wasn't right, and I will show you the right way in a few seconds. Yeah, I just tried it like that and it didn't work out. Yeah, the controller said nope. So we have to do it again. Disassemble, declip it, and you have to leverage it under the touch field corners left and right. And after this, it sits nice and tidy, snugly tacked into position. And we are done. Let's see if it starts. Yes, it starts up, it charges, everything works, everything's good. And if you like this video, just subscribe in the upper right corner, and down right there are some more videos for you to check out. The only thing that I'm left to say is, see you then, yours truly, Dan.